Hello buddies, I have made this video before, but I'm repeating this video this time for those of you that have been requesting for the video. So this is me making one of my top selling snacks, super fish rolls. So relax and enjoy this video. It's quite simple. This is one of the ways I make it. So first you need your fish. You can use any fish of your type. So wash the fish, add in some cooking time and some seasoning in it. Then you boil the fish. Once the fish is boiled, debone the fish, add some vegetable oil and fry the fish for some minutes. So after frying the fish for some time, you're going to be adding some cooking time. Then you add in the fish broth or the fish stock or the water you use in boiling the fish. Add in some salt. You have to be very careful when you're adding all these seasonings. You add your fish seasoning because you know that you have added seasoning in your while cooking the fish, so you have to be very careful. Adding some stew seasoning and some chicken seasoning as well. You also add in some curry powder. Add in your diced carrots. You can also then you add in your turmeric powder. Here I have ginger and garlic with some fresh pepper blended together. I added it. I also added ginger, garlic and onion powder. Added my nutmeg powder, then added some hot minced pepper, fresh pepper. Then going to combine everything together, kind of trying to mash the fish a little bit. Then you have to place it on heat and add some water, a little bit more of water so that the carrots can cook. After it has cooked for some time, add in some flour and then add in your ketchup and mayonnaise and then combine everything. You're going to have your sauce just like this. Yes, then you're going to set this aside to start cooling down. So while that is cooling, you go ahead and make your dough and your short crust. So to make the dough, I measured out 500 grams of all-purpose flour, added 65 grams of sugar, added about 7 grams of salt, added 5 to 6 grams of instant dry yeast. Then I went in with some water. So here I use about 280 grams of water anyways. So after combining everything together, you're going to be adding your margarine or your butter. If you also want to use mayonnaise or you want to use vegetable oil, fine. So anyone you want to use, just use it and make your dough. Okay, so for this I use 20 grams of margarine. So after combining, make sure you knead very well till you have a soft dough just this way. Then you're going to wrap up this dough and set it aside. So while your dough is set aside, you go ahead and make your short crust pastry. So here I made a short crust pastry of 600 grams short crust pastry. I use 600 grams of flour, use about 280 grams of margarine, and then added some sugar and some salt and my turmeric powder. Then after I went ahead and cut my dough, my bread dough. So this bread dough I cut each one 70 grams. You can also cut your own less than that depending on what you want to do. So this one, the short crust, I cut the short crust 90 grams each. So if you're making a mini version of this, you can cut the dough like 50 grams or 60 grams, and you can cut the short crust like 80 grams or 70 grams, so depending. Next, you're going to brush the short crust with some water, then place the dough on it. So while placing the dough in the center of this, make sure you have a little bit of space around the edge of the short crust. Then you're going to scoop in your fish filling and fold it just as you see in the video. Just follow exactly the way you see me fold it. Make sure that you give it space just like this. Then you pinch the sides down and use your fork to seal it like this, then you cut off the excess and you have this. You're going to place this on your baking tray with baking paper, cover it to cook for like 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, you egg wash it the first time, bake it for 5 minutes, take it out, egg wash it the second time, then you bake it gradually. Make sure that the temperature you're going to be using to bake this is a medium temperature, maybe 150 or 140, till they are light golden brown. Or you bake according to your oven minimal temperature if you want them to prove bigger and have these stretch marks.